Boom, hey internets. Making quality headwear without embroidery. We're gonna talk about it on this video right now. Jon Phenom, clothing brand mentor. I've been working professionally in fashion and apparel development for well over 20 years as this is post-dating. That is a long time. Working my way up from designer all the way to brand director of a multi-million-dollar brand. So before I get into the nitty-gritty, let me just say that for years and years, especially working for a lot of brands that did skatewear and urban apparel, a lot of the hats that you would think of when you think of your headwear program is basically just embroidery. I mean, it would be like 99% embroideries. I'm wearing a trucker cap right now, and I remember when truckers became super hot in the early 2000s and every brand had to do a couple different design styles, a couple sets that were devoted to trucker caps. And I feel like besides something that was more cut and sew, like a bucket hat or a cadet hat, a lot of those cut and sew hats that had more to do with the style of the body, the rest of it is maybe trying to mimic a new era, or it definitely just had to have raised or 3D embroidery as part of your formula for success. I feel like now, as this is post-dating right now, it's very relevant to have hats that aren't necessarily embroidery. Now, there's a couple of other techniques that you could use. Just having a felt applique on a hat can be very timely or very like a period piece, like a classic unstructured hat that mimics like old school baseball, right? Like a wool hat with an unstructured crown and felt is what I think of when I think of that application. But there's just a number of styles that you can get away with just artwork. And what I'm talking about is using a heat press and transfers to make that artwork, which is the same type of artwork that you would do for a trucker cap. So first things first, let's talk about machinery. What I have in my production setup is an HPN Heat Press Nation hat press. Now, this is a great starter. I think it's very affordable, and it doubles because I not only use this for my hat production, but I use it for every single one of my t-shirts when I'm putting my custom P&L or printed neck label on the inside of all of the t-shirts. In any case, the process is the same. I would create the artwork in whatever design program you have. Now, of course, as a professional designer, I've used Adobe Illustrator in the past, but you can get away with using Canva for free to create your artwork. Also, Kittle, which I like to mention a lot these days, is amazing for a branded product. So both those programs have free versions and you can create your artwork for free initially, at least. And then you want to submit those to your favorite transfer company. Also, shameless plug for Nonstop. We actually have DTF printing available as well. So you're going to send us that PDF or PNG file the same way you would send it to any other transfer company, and then it's just gonna come back as a transfer. Now, at that point, you're gonna take the transfer and just heat press it. The good thing about this, as I've said many times, is you can make one sample, one colorway, and just see how it looks. You can try it on a number of different hat bodies, and then the hat blanks you would purchase from whatever your favorite third-party distributor is, or if you go direct from like Yupong, let's say, you get all your hats from Yupong, you can get your blanks from them, and then you can experiment with all these different designs. And so, embroidery hats will always have a place at the table, for sure. It is part of the standard that sets the precedence of time. The value of a new era cap that's crisp and clean, that has an amazing design, is always gonna have a place. But I'm just saying, there's something in the conversation for non-embroidered hats, just like these styles that I'm releasing with non-beta here. And you can imagine, for your merch and for your clothing brand, you can develop your own styles a lot easier and be in control of those very, very specific minimums. And you could also mass produce it as well. So heat press, I get mine from Heat Press Nation. Transfers, I go Nonstop. Design them with a free software like Canva or Kittle. Send those transfers out, get them back, and then you can heat press one, or you can heat press 20 of them. Boom, game. If you have any questions for your brand, you can drop it all down below, or you can email me here at this email, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.